Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review on a beautiful sunny evening, Tuesday evening in May. So, tonight I'm going to be reviewing, I thought, what can I review tonight? I thought, I could review a blonde ale, but oh no, sod it, I'll go for a porter. So, Greenwich London Porter, brewed exclusively for Marks and Spencer's by the Meantime Brewing Company. Using 7 malts to create an historical recipe from 1750. Let's hope it tastes nice. A sweetish caramel flavour followed by a smoky maltiness. Ooh. Not really. I mean, let's be fair. This sort of weather, lager, cider, golden ales, blonde ales, yeah, perfect. Porter, maybe not so, but do I care? No. So I've come home today and finished off my little lad's bedroom. Got a lad who's got autism, 8-year-old. He's so impatient. And so we flood his bedrooms with game consoles. And he's got a PC. Do you know, if I was his age, back when I was a kid, I'd be in another world of my own. You know, he's got everything that a child could want, and he's got loving parents as well. You know, not much money, but money's not everything. You know, love from the heart. You know, beats all really. So I finished his bedroom off tonight and put my Wii U in his bedroom. I've got a Nintendo Wii U, which modded. You know, I do run a homebrew website, so it's all about hacking your game console. Why not? You know. And if your game console's of a certain firmware or whatever, you can hack it. And then once you've hacked it, you can put emulators on there. Emulators of old game consoles. Say like a Nintendo SNES or a Nintendo NES, Nintendo 64, Sega Mega Drive. You know, put them on and play the old games from them. Alternatively, you can also put pirated games on, you know, if you really wanted to. And so I've given him that tonight, and he's such a happy little bunny tonight. So I thought, well, I'll go in the garden. And I'm making a pallet fence on one side of the garden. Got a neighbour, and he's as tight as they come. Got more money than, you know, the likes of me. And I'm drilling it, putting it in. And these little gets on these, you know, these mini motorbike type things, going up and down the street. 4 times they went up. And you know, when you've been at work all day and you're tired, and the last thing I want is 2 dickheads going up and down the street on motorbikes, and don't even live where we are. I don't know where they come from. I thought, right, you little bleeders, you know. I'm not going to swear. Try and keep off that, especially because obviously someone might actually link to this. And got the hose pipe out, didn't I? Like, pretending to wash the car. I wasn't really washing the car. I was waiting for these twats to come back up again. And then, lo and behold, come back up. I thought, right. Got the hose pipe, straight over the top of the car. Got both of them. And they're like, they got to the top of the street and they're like, what was that? But needless to say, they didn't come back. See, the old me, the 20-year-old me, would have stood on the street with a baseball bat and, you know, or a spade and threatened them, you know. But obviously you can't these days, you know, even though I really, really want to. So, lovely dark, close to black colour, white head, good lacing. I can see the lacing, I can't see carbonation because it's that dark. Aroma. With 7 malts, what do you think's in the aroma? Malt. And I'm not joking, there's a licorice. I can smell licorice. It's a smokiness as well, funnily enough. Because it's so warm, hopefully I won't get my car windows put through tonight by somebody. So, one of them lads, but because it's so warm, it's the perfect temperature to drink a porter. You know, it's as warm in here as it would be in your house in the middle of winter. So it's a perfect stout and porter drinking temperature. Don't ever drink stouts and porters from a fridge. I can hear their motorbikes. Yeah, don't ever drink stouts and porters from a fridge, because you'll get the very best out of both when they are warm. Brings out the flavour. Beers like McEwen's Champion Ale, Old Crafty M, Fuller's 1845, Witchwood's King Goblin, and you know, all them type of beers all taste better warm, like this fella. So strength wise, I didn't even tell you the strength. 5.5%. It's not the strongest. And cheers to my poorly neighbour for this. Bless her. Oh, some nice flavours from it. So, cold fermented at Meantime Brewery from Marks and Spencer's. Let me tell you the reviews. 3.24 out of 5 from 140 ratings. Not the greatest of ratings, to be fair. So, brown coloured, 3.4 out of 5 of this review. Aroma is coffee, cappuccino, chocolate, nuts and toffee. Wow, he got something from the aroma. Flavour smooth, neutral, lightly bitter, the same as aroma, medium bodied, tasty. Another one, 3.4. Clear, dark red. Dark red? Oh, there is actually a tinge of red in it, to be fair. Medium tan head, aroma of roasted malts, chocolate, pralines, plums and nuts. Taste is moderately bitter, neutral, nuts, nugget, chocolate, roasted malts, pralines, coffee, medium body and carbonation. Okay, I tell you what, it's amazing what some people get out of beers. You know, they must have have a good imagination, got fantastic taste buds. Another one, 3.3. Bottle, dark reddish brown, toasted malt and fugglesy smell. Taste is roastiness, smokiness, coffee and hint of acrid bitterness and finish. Interesting. So, straight away, it's a nice beer, you know. It looks the part, it certainly tastes the part. I don't know about all the coffees and all that. I do get some of that. Certainly get the maltiness, toasty and roastedness, but I don't get the nuttiness and all them other things on the pralines. I got licorice where they didn't. Absolutely immense flavour, very complex in the flavour, really smooth mouthfeel as well, smooth and like a thick mouthfeel, not as thick as the likes of Guinness, you know, because that is thick, but yeah, decent, especially at this temperature. You know, it's all in the temperature. A review of this when it was cold could give it a 3 point something. A review like this could give it a 4 point something. So it just goes to show you, temperature makes such a difference. I reviewed Ode Roger. I reviewed it. I drank it in the summer months when it was warm. Brilliant. 7.4%. Oh, then I reviewed it last year when it was quite cool. Didn't really like it. Started off great and then it ended poor. And then I reviewed it again in the house and totally different, and that was because of the warmth. So something to know, you know, if anybody else is doing reviews out there, temperature does factor in with the type of beer you're drinking. Whereas lagers, cold, ciders, cold, beers, different spectrum. Definitely coffee flavours coming through, and it's a beautiful drink. I mean, I've already 9 minutes into a review and I'm not even halfway down yet. There's times when, you know, doing reviews and you think to yourself, yeah, I'll have a few days off the beer. You get a day like this, mate, and you've had a good hard day at work grafting. And I like to work hard. I suffer with anxiety. So, and I don't smoke. I don't take tablets. I have took tablets in the past. And they, everyone, you know, mental health these days is massive, you know. Pressure from work, pressure from family, pressure to do the best for your family, pressure to keep your house over your head, you know. And then obviously then you've got all the worries about the flipping climate, things like Brexit, and you think to yourself, you bloody idiots, you know, you paid millions and you do. Let's not go down that road. And sometimes the best way is just to switch off from it, because, you know, what you can't affect, you just know you're worrying about, you know, let other people worry about that. You know, best thing to do, worry about your family. You know, look after your close family. And sometimes, you know, and another thing, you know, the family you were born into, you know, sadly, not everybody, you know, there's lots of bad families out there. I was born into a testing family. Didn't know I had a brother and sister that were adopted out as babies. And got a family member who's, I mean, I like a drink, and I drink more than I should. I know that, you know. But I don't drink it that much that I don't know that I'm in the wrong doing it. And I've got a family member who drinks, takes drugs, and is also a shit parent, you know. And me, I'll do anything for my kids, you know. If someone wants to threaten them, then, you know, it wouldn't be a good move, you know. But luckily they've all turned out great, and that's because we're good parents. But so, you know, but we might overindulge. I certainly do. But you know, and mental health, you know, a lot of that. Sometimes you can care too much and think too much, and that's why having the odd beer just turns, you know, it stops your brain from thinking. You know, it makes you sleep, which is a good thing. As long as you don't drink too much and you got work the next day, you wake up with a thumping hangover, then it's not a good thing. But anyway, back to the review. I do apologise for waffling on. I do offer counselling services. No, I don't. I ought to, really, because I can talk rubbish with the best of them. And, you know, I've been on these things with mental health issues, and that it says think positive. That's all very well, but, you know, it's trying to convince your brain to think positive. You can think positive yourself, but your brain thinks, no, I'm not having none of that rubbish. I'll just think what I like, you know. I'll put you in a crap mood for the day. And anxiety is a strange one. It really is. If you can go through life without having any anxiety, stress, or depression, you are a very lucky person. And if you're the sort of person who's made the right decisions in life, decisions, whoa, they count for everything, don't they? You know, if only you knew, like me, 30 years ago, that my job was going to go from a very well-paid job to a very, very rubbish-paid job. And then electricians, I've got a friend who's an electrician, well, ex-friend at this rate, but we were par at one stage with wages, and now his wages are nearly 4 times mine. Ridiculous, you know, how things have changed, sadly. Let's get paid for being a beer reviewer. Now that would be a job. Imagine if you was a beer sampler. Oh, Billy, can you sample these beers? Oh, I'm up for that, mate. Yeah. Oh, that tastes nice, doesn't it, mate? Oh, brew that one. Yeah, that tastes nice. By the time you've gone past the 4th pint, you'd drink out, wouldn't you? You'd be thinking, hey. I can always remember a review, not a review, this course we were on in London, and he says about doing whiskies. And he says, use the spittoons to get rid, and everyone's looking at each other thinking, yeah, bollocks. You know, there's 25 of us on this thing. Pour a bit of whiskey into each, and it was Glenfiddich, you know, it was decent stuff. And we're drinking it, and nobody's spitting out. And you know, by the time the 10th whiskey came, oh dear. I don't know how I survived that day, but I tell you what, it was legendary. But anyway, back to the beer. Not as complex as some porters I've had. But it has got some lovely flavour to it. It's drinking it at the perfect temperature. And I do apologise for waffling on and going on a tangent, as I always do. But, you know, a good beer deserves time. You know, too often you neck. We all do it. We neck beers. And, you know, to get the best out of any beer, you've got to take time. Whereas 90% of lagers, you'll just neck them. Same with cider, apart from the odd one or two ciders. But with real ales and craft beers, you know, you're into a different arena, really. And, I mean, the likes of bitters like John Smith's, yeah, you will neck that sort of stuff. But this sort of stuff, you know, this is worth savouring that taste. So, to break it down, I mean, look at it now. It doesn't nowhere near like it did when I started. It looks like a brown colour. When I poured it out, it was black. Good lacing, nice head on it. Good aroma. And if you go on what they're saying on the internet as well, coffee, roastiness, toastiness, bit of smokiness in it, bit of licorice. Somebody said there was nuts in it. I don't know. I didn't get nuts. Praline, so lots of different flavours coming out. And it depends on how you can, you know, pick them flavours out. It's not easy, you know. Sometimes we're all built very differently, so sometimes it's easy to pick a flavour out. I mean, I never knew there was banana in Hobgoblin until once I read a review and it says there's banana. And I thought, rubbish. I drank it and I'm like, I can taste banana. I was absolutely gobsmacked. So, you know, we can all taste very different things. It's worth trying, you know. Put it in your mouth, swirl it around and see what you can taste. You know, and enjoy what's been blended for you. I like that, that was nice. 5.5%. But at the temperature I drank it at, it could be a 7%er. At the right temperature, it tastes a lot stronger than, you know, than its implied ABV. So, at 5, wow, it's a toughie. Ooh. I don't think it's not a top 10 beer for me, but it's very, very close. So, 4.55 out of 5. Yeah, that was a very nice beer. Well done, Meantime Brewery. I've been a bit down on some of their beers in the past, but that was a beauty of a beer. Very nice. And drank at just the right temperature, probably on just the right day. Thanks for watching. See you soon.